It's that time of year again for tax season. And if you're a homeowner, you're more than likely heard of the homestead exemption. And if you haven't, I'm going to answer some questions about it today, so stay tuned.
Clarkson Premier Team, welcome to your new hometown.
In this video, I hope to answer a couple of questions for you. What is homestead exemption? Do you qualify for homestead exemption? How do I file for homestead exemption? And what does homestead exemption mean to me as a homeowner? Homestead exemption is a deduction of assessed value for your primary residence that allows you to save money on your property taxes. Second question, how do you file? Filing for the homestead exemption is completely free of charge to you. So you will need to make sure you get the residential homestead exemption application. Where do you find that? This form is usually mailed to you around the beginning of the first of the year, but if you're unable to locate it, no need to worry. The form can be found on the County Appraisal District website for the county which you live in. And also, I'm going to attach those down below. I've included forms of the Hood and Tarrant County in the description below. If you have questions on filling out the homestead exemption application, I would be more than happy to help you. Feel free to give me a call and we can walk through it and what you need to know about your property so that you can fill it out and get the exemption. The next question, how do you qualify? There are a few qualifications for the homestead exemption. First of all, you must have lived in that property as of January 1 of the last calendar year for you to be able to file for homestead exemption. The property you are filing homestead exemption for must be the property that is your primary residence. The homeowner must be an individual, not a corporation or a business. The property you're filing a homestead exemption for must be the same property that is on your Texas driver's license to receive your homestead exemption. And you only have to fill it out once. Once you file for homestead exemption, you do not have to do it again. Next question. How much money does this save you to file for your homestead exemption? And that's a fabulous question. So let's take, for instance, if you have a property that is assessed value at $300,000 and you want to file for homestead exemption. When you file for homestead exemption, they lower your assessed value from $300,000 by $25,000. So now you're only going to be assessed on the value of $275,000. That does not mean your home is valued less. It just means that is the number they're going to use to figure out your property taxes. So it's going to save you money. It's not going to reduce the value of your home. Another question you might ask is, when is the deadline for filling out your homestead exemption? You can start filling out for your homestead exemption starting January 1 all the way up to April 30th of that same year to receive your homestead exemption. The next question you may be asking yourself is, how do I know my homestead exemption has been received and approved? That's a great question, and we all want to know if we're going to get to be able to save money. Once again, I've already talked about you only need to fill out your homestead exemption once. So what you can do is go online to your county tax appraisal website and see if your exemption is there. If it is not, and you're still curious, you may reach out to your county tax appraisal office. You can also reach out to me. We can walk through maybe what could have gone wrong. We can problem solve for you there. I'm more than happy to walk through that process with you. And then you want to make sure that you are going to be changing the amount that you're going to be taxed so that you can save money. I hope this video answers some questions you might have about the homestead exemption. I did another video similar to this last year. I'll put a link to it here so that you can go back and watch that video as well. Again, I'm Amy Clarkson with the Clarkson Premier Team. We're a real estate team that services West Fort Worth and the surrounding areas. My goal is to make sure I help homeowners with any real estate needs they have, to include figuring out like homestead exemption, other things that come up as being a homeowner. Feel free to reach out anytime. My contact information is below, and I love to help people find their new residence and make sure that they're getting the best out of their home, that their biggest asset they usually have is their home. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you.